just in. Did e.l.f. destroy their brand by this 1-minute ad? Was it made by Mitchell Competition an actual scam? Are Ulta Beauty and Target breaking up? And finally, are UK-based indie brands closing their door on their US customers? We have all that and more in this week's new makeup releases. So grab a snack, grab a drink, because, well, this is definitely about to be a long, juicy one.
Hello, my most beautiful friends, and welcome to New Makeup Release Sunday, where we sit back, relax, and we talk about all the top beauty news, as well as all the new makeup releases that have been announced and sneak peek. Now, last week, my video ran kind of long because I had a lot of things to talk about before we got into the actual makeup products that are being released. So for this week, I will leave a timestamp down below if you guys don't care to hear about the beauty news or the beauty news drama. If you guys just want to go straight into what's being announced this week, I'll leave a timestamp down below. But with that said, besties, we need to dive into this week's top stories. Okay, so to start off today's top stories, we have to talk about e.l.f. Cosmetics and their controversial ad that they posted last week. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the ad for you, and I'm gonna tell you guys why this definitely caused a lot of backlash in the beauty community.
Hey girl, has overpriced beauty hurt your wallet?
e.l.f. that.
Alfino and Schmarns have gone to e.l.f. Court for millions of clients, helping them to access beauty products they deserve at prices that won't injure their livelihoods.
Just ask the e.l.f.ing people.
I know a thing or two about red flags, and pricey makeup, you deserve better than that.
You may be entitled to benefits.
Let's get you those eyes, lips, funds.
Find out what your case and face are really worth.
Call us at 1-855-COLD-HARD-LASH.
That's 1-855-265-34.
273-2274.
How people gonna remember that?
Well, here's a number you can remember. $9.
Alfino and Schmarns, affordable beauty attorneys. Will win the e.l.f. case for your eyes, lips, and face. Call 1-855-653-427-373-2274.
Call me.
Now, if you guys don't know who Matt Rife is, he is a comedian that blew up on TikTok because he's a good-looking male, and he used to post segments of his stand-up interacting with the audience over on TikTok, and it gained him hundreds of thousands of followers. The majority of them actually being women, mind you. And so last year he had a Netflix special. And in the Netflix special, he talked about how he was in Baltimore with his friend and they went to a restaurant, or like this ratchet restaurant. And then it was that the server or the host, one of the two, had a black eye, and he pretty much said in a stand-up that if she was a better cook in the kitchen, she would have a black eye. Now, a lot of people defended him, saying it's just dark humor, get over it. But there are a lot of people who are victims of DV that don't find it funny, and rightfully so. So they called him out on it, and instead of actually apologizing to the victims, he instead went on his Instagram and posted, "To all those who get offended by my joke, here's the link to my apology." And this man linked a website for special needs helmets. I was like, what? Are you serious? Like, I don't find that funny. And a lot of people didn't find him funny either. And he pretty much went on the BFF podcast saying that at the end of the day, women are what got him famous, what got him popular, but the males in his audience didn't care for him catering to the women, so he decided to change his comedy to cater to the men, because that's who he wants to cater his comedy to. So as you guys can imagine, he got a lot of backlash last year. Well, fast forward to this year, e.l.f. Cosmetics decided to do the campaign that I went ahead and showed you guys, and they teamed up with none other than Matt Rife. And what really was shocking for a lot of people is, one, Matt Rife is not in the community whatsoever, but two, e.l.f. has been known to stand up for women, to stand up for women's rights, and to actually stand up for victims of DV. They have actually been known to stand up for them. For them to do a commercial ad with them was just pretty much saying, everything we set up for before, we didn't actually mean it because we wanted to partner with this guy. It made absolutely no sense. Let me show you guys. James Welsh did a beautiful breakdown on why this was a big issue. Let me play it for you.
It seems like some people need it spelled out to them why Matt Rife working with e.l.f. is an issue. e.l.f. has spent years building a reputation of empowering women. They've run multiple empowerment campaigns, worked very closely with women's charities, and even platformed survivors' rights activists in the Show Yourself series. Matt Rife is the comedian who opened his Netflix special, which he somehow got, with a DV joke. Joking about a woman with a black eye and how she wouldn't have it if she just knew how to cook, or whatever the shit joke was. And a lot of comments I see on other creators' videos about this issue is that, well, it's dark comedy, but people can find dark comedy funny. It's not about banning jokes. It's about brand alignment. If your whole thing is about empowering and uplifting women, choosing someone whose most viral moment makes fun of abuse sends a completely different message to the one they've been trying to build. To the survivors and advocates who have spent money on e.l.f., who have chosen e.l.f. because they align with those values, this just screams that like none of that matters. None of that, everything we did was just for jokes. Those values aren't as important as this viral moment, this viral campaign. That the empowerment talk is just marketing, that they truly don't care. That's what it's giving off. And what makes this so bad is that it doesn't just clash with their image, it completely undermines everything they've done. Dark comedy can live in its own lane, but if you are a brand who have built a reputation and a fan base, a consumer base on empowering and uplifting women, this isn't the guy you choose.
Now, after they received a lot of backlash, they did go on to their Instagram stories to make an apology, but let's be realistic, they didn't actually apologize. This is what they actually said. You know us, we're always listening, and we heard you. This campaign aimed to humorously spotlight beauty and justice. We understand we missed the mark of people we care about in our e.l.f. community. While e.l.f. Inno and Charmin's closes today, will continue to make the case against overpriced beauty. The shitty part about that is, one, never once said they were sorry, and two, they still have that ad up with Matt Rife over on their social medias. They never took the ad down. They never took the ad down. And they got called out by a lot of big influencers. Like, you big influence, like Nikki Tutorials posting on there, and you lost me. Matt Rife, out of all people, so disappointed. Like, every single comment section, I think about like close to 6,000 comments, were all bashing e.l.f. Cosmetics and their collaboration with Matt Rife. And they just decided, like I said, instead of actually apologizing, they decided just to double down and be like, oops, we missed the mark. Are you kidding me? Like, y'all are way far past the mark. Now, e.l.f.'s Beauty Global Chief of Marketing Officer Corey Marchetto told trade publication The Beauty Business on August 14th interview that the brand was surprised by the poor reception. Obviously, we're surprised, said Corey, who explained that they chose Rife because of the alignment between his TikTok followers and the brand's target audience. I don't know who they're actually trying to target for. There's a big gap between our intention and how they missed the mark for some people. We always aim to deliver positivity, and this one didn't. So we find ourselves in a position where, quite honestly, that doesn't feel good for us. Now, a lot of people online are saying that they think that e.l.f. doesn't actually sincerely apologize. They're just saying it just to save face. And a lot of them are calling to boycott the brand. And instead of supporting e.l.f., a lot of people are saying support like MCO Beauty, whose brand actually is affordable, because they're making references to e.l.f. skin tint that came out a couple months ago. Like, it was like an $18 skin tint. And they're all saying, y'all are just about the money, because you guys already announced you guys are raising the prices. You guys are not as affordable as you guys once were. And now you're releasing an $18 skin tint that doesn't make you different from any other brand. Your prices are now the same as so many other brands out there. What makes you stand out? What makes you affordable? So a lot of people are calling to boycott the brand, especially because they still have that ad up. They never actually apologize. And it's just really sad to see e.l.f. as a brand that literally has to spend years uplifting women, supporting women, especially women of DV, to partner with someone like Matt is just absolutely wild. Now, I don't want to dive too deep into the subject. It is a very sensitive subject, but if you guys want to know more about the situation, what people think, head on over online. I'm sure my beautiful friend Jen Love will end up doing a deep dive on this when she gets back from vacation. But when I saw this, I was absolutely shocked. I was absolutely shocked because I was just like, why would they ever think that's okay? And why did they even bother to do research? You were a $1 billion brand. You couldn't even stop for 1 second to see. You couldn't even stop for 1 second to say, hey, is this a good idea? Or are you guys doing this intentionally to get your name still out there and to get people still talking about your brand because you want to remain relevant? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Okay, guys, now this next story, I'm going to briefly touch because it's a very long story. And if you guys want to know the true deep dive, I would just honestly head on over to TikTok because it's a long story. So 2 years ago, Made by Mitchell held a competition for aspiring makeup artists, content creators, or anyone who just loves makeup as a whole. The winner of the project will get to create their own makeup collaboration with Made by Mitchell. Now, there was a creator and makeup artist. His name is Malachi. He won the competition. So he thought he was going to go into this competition. So he thought after winning this competition, he was going to be able to create his dream collection with Made by Mitchell. Now, fast forward 2 years later, that collection has ceased to exist. Essentially what ended up happening is that Malachi came on TikTok and did a 3-part series, all of which are 10 minutes plus. Mind you, they're very long, and pretty much called out Made by Mitchell for stringing him along for 2 years and thinking that this is pretty much a scam of a competition. Like, you sat here and said that you were going to allow me to have a life-changing moment. I was going to have such a financial gain. I was going to have such a successful career because of this, and nothing has fallen through. Nothing has come out of it. Yes, maybe some samples might have been talked about, but nothing actually came to fruition. And what really sucked for Malachi is that Malachi saw Made by Mitchell explosive growth, saw them doing other collaborations, saw them getting put inside like Ultas and stuff like that, and being like, well, where's our collaboration? So Made by Mitchell decided to release a statement, and he came on TikTok and he pretty much explained in like a 10-minute video his side of the story, being like he felt incredibly bad. He regrets doing the competition. He said that he took on too much at one time, and that if given the chance, he would absolutely still love to collaborate with Malachi, but he feels like Malachi will not want to take on that collaboration at this point, and that he did bite off more than he can chew. He had a tiny team, and that he should have never done this competition in the first place, is essentially what he's saying. I'm just going to play little tidbits so you guys can see, but like I said, if you guys want to know the full deep dive, head on over to TikTok because it's a pretty interesting story to watch. Here's what Made by Mitchell had to say about this competition.
And most of all, I want to apologise to Malachi for how this experience has felt for him and how it's made him feel, and for not being able to push this through the gate the way that I intended to when I first did the full face of Colour Case challenge. At the time, I'll be honest, I bit off way more than I could chew with this, and I probably shouldn't have done this competition. Definitely made a huge mistake here, not being able to prioritise the time to get this through the gate with Malachi. It was never out of malice. It was never out of the intention of never wanting to do this with Malachi, because still to this day, I want to do this collab with Malachi, even though Malachi might not want to anymore. And there is this, the offer is still on the table, with all the terms that were in the original full face of Colour Case competition video. Another thing about me that I've definitely learned, and again, not just through this, but other things, is I sometimes say too many words, and that's never out of a place of malice or anything like that, or out of a place of wanting to gaslight or mislead someone. In this instance, I'd said to Malachi, this can be financially and socially life-changing, because I do believe that this collaboration can be life-changing, and that's me speaking from experience. I do think that we can still make something magic happen out of this. And again, I'm never too big or too proud to be able to say that I've made a mistake. I most certainly have made mistakes in this process.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I won a makeup competition and 2 years later I still have solved nothing from it, I'd be pissed. I genuinely would be pissed, and I feel like that was just a complete scam. And while Made by Mitchell's now coming online now and being like, I'd love to still work with you, I feel like at this point, it's almost as if you're doing this just to save face, and that you have to create a collaboration with me now. Not that you actually want to, but you have to now to save face. So I don't blame Malachi if Malachi does not want to do this collaboration anymore. I truly do not blame them. But I want to know from you guys, do you guys think that this was a scam of a competition? Do you guys think that Made by Mitchell took on too much? Or do you guys think that this is all just a great PR stunt to advertise the upcoming collection that may or may not come to be? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, so up next, if you guys did not see, Target and Ulta Beauty announced their official breakup. That is right. Target and Ulta Beauty are officially breaking up. As of August 2026, they are no longer going to be partnering together, and they're going to officially close that partnership. Now, I do kind of wonder what's going to happen to all the stores that remodeled and have an Ulta section inside their Targets. Like all the Targets I go to around my area all have an Ulta section. So like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen with that section? Are they going to make it more into just normal beauty stuff? Like, what's going to happen to that huge remodel that they forced all these Target stores to do? Now, looking online, it says that despite initial success, Ulta Beauty shop-in-shop partnership with Target never reached its goal of 800 stores, and the top-line revenue decreased as stores opening slowed. The collaboration struggled as the two retailers overlapped in customer profile and geography, making the assortment less appealing than a standard Ulta Beauty store. Both retailers are now focusing on their respective individual beauty assortments, while Ulta Beauty eyeing a global growth and Target honing in on the affordable brands. Now, for me, whenever I go to Ulta inside my local Target, I notice that Ulta really, really lacks a lot of the new products. They have products that I would say you consider like a staple, right? Like a brands that you expect to see there of all the older products, like Shape Tape is there. Anastasia Beverly Hills is there, but like all the products that are just been around at Ulta for a very long time with all their staple products, I don't ever see anything new. I never see any of the new products come in. I have to go to Ulta Beauty to see those new products. Maybe that could be a big reason why things are being declined, is because they aren't they're not distributing all their new products to the Target stores, or just keeping it strictly to just Ulta Beauty. I'm not entirely sure. You know, they don't really want to dive too much into their partnership. They do say that the partnership achieved. They do say online that the partnership did achieve some goals. Investment bank William Blair estimates by the end of 2024 financial year, revenue from Target shop in shop reaches $465 million, a 16% increase in the previous year, representing around 4% of Ulta Beauty's total revenue. So I mean, like, it did work out. It did have some benefits. It also says the collaboration ultimately didn't stick its landing. Target's own selection of beauty brands continues to grow. Many of the locations had a full Ulta Beauty store throwaway, and commenters online complained that the anti-theft measures in the physical store made the shopping experience uncomfortable or impossible at times. And I think what they mean by that is that whenever you go into your local Target, you guys would see that the Ulta there, Ulta was very closed off, right? It was like a little box, and it had like little ropes. At least my section had little ropes that you could not walk into at all. You had to physically leave your cart outside and either go into the Ulta section where there's someone there watching you the entire time, and then if you want to buy something, you have to physically check out right then and there. You cannot take it around with you elsewhere. I get it to protect their products, but it could definitely make it a little bit more of an enjoyable experience if, like, for some reason I'm leaving my cart over here. I don't want to just leave my cart unattended, right? Like, I want to have my stuff with me. So I could see why this could also be just troublesome for the consumer and the shopper as well. So I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think about Ulta Beauty and Target breaking up? You guys agree with this? Are you guys happy that there's gonna be separation, or do you guys just really not care? Let me know in the comments below. And finally, for our last top story, if you guys did not see, a lot of my favorite UK based indie brands are officially closing their doors to their US customers, at least as of right now. So if you guys do not know, tariffs have been put in place for a lot of UK brands. So I think like the markup has gone up like crazy, and it's just making it really unaffordable for them to ship products to us, and us as consumers to be able to afford their brand. So a lot of them are officially closing the doors to us as of right now. So starting off, we have Glammatrix Cosmetics. They said, as many of you know, Glammatrix has always been built on connection and trust. I create every product with love, and 90% of our amazing customers are in the US. That is why I need to share some important news with you directly. The US government will be removing the $800 duty-free threshold for imports from August 29th. In simple terms, this means that every order shipped from Australia may now be charged duties and processing fees by US Customs or couriers. I won't sugarcoat it. This change could significantly impact both you and my small business. For many of you, it makes ordering directly from me more expensive than before, and as a brand owner, it adds hurdles to reaching the very few people who do support me the most. I want you to know that I'm working on solutions. I'm trying to navigate this as best as I possibly can. I'm sharing this with you not just as a business owner, but as someone who values honesty. Your support is the reason Glammatrix exists, and while the new law makes it harder, I won't stop me from bringing you the products you love. Every order, every message, every repost keeps this indie brand's dream alive. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for sticking with me through the changes. Love always, Kayla. Now, Kayla also talked about how the Bonfire palette, which is currently now on pre-order, will be shipping in September, but she also understands that if you do not want to pay the tremendous custom fees or import fees, you have every right to go ahead and cancel your order, and she will absolutely understand. So if you guys are one of those people who are waiting for the Bonfire palette, you might want to consider reaching out to Glammatrix to see, is this something that you want to take on in terms of extra prices? The brand that just announced the tariffs, one of my favorite brands, Artitude Cosmetics. So Artitude Cosmetics said that if you're based in the USA and have been wanting to place an order with Artitude Cosmetics, please do it now. And today is the last day to do it. We'll be temporarily suspending shipping to the US as we navigate the de minimis threshold changes for shipment from the UK, which apply from August 29th. The tariffs have calculated based on the origin of the goods and not where they're being shipped from, so our order will be subject to tariff rates applicable to China. While we don't have complete clarity on how this will affect our business yet, we'll stop shipping orders to the US on Sunday the 17th while we figure out things and navigate these very difficult changes, which is just really freaking sad because I love that brand so much. So to see them announcing that is just absolutely heartbreaking, because this could really, really have an impact on the small indie brands based in the UK. This can honestly cause them to shut their doors. Another brand that announced a U.S. tariff is Cosmic Brushes. They said from August 29th, the U.S. tariffs will come into effect. Unfortunately, this means that any orders shipped to the U.S. after this date will be subject to additional charges. As of yet, we're still unclear exactly what the percentage will be. The last thing we want for you is our customers to be in a position where you are slapped with additional fees without knowing exactly how much they be. So unfortunately, this means that we'll be suspending all shipping from the U.S. starting August 22nd. This is really devastating for us as such a huge portion of our customers are U.S. based. You have been one of the biggest supporters and a huge part of our growth. We'll forever be grateful for you for that. Now, a lot of these indie brands are just temporarily stopping shipping as of now. I know from behind the scenes, speaking to some of these brands, they're trying to find different ways to still get products to us, whether that means they open a fulfillment center here in the U.S. or somewhere else. They're trying to find ways to navigate this difficult time right now. So if you love any of these indie brands and you wanted to try any of these indie brands, this will be the time to do so. I only have a code for 2 of them. I have a code for Glammatrix and a code for Auto2 Cosmetics. You guys can use my code to save like 10 to 20% off depending on what it is. I'm not affiliated with Cosmic Beauty. I'm not affiliated with Cosmic Brushes at all, but they did just start following me on Instagram, but I'm not affiliated with them at all. So it's just really sad to see. Don't be surprised if you guys see some more announcements from UK-based indie brands in the near future about the tariff race and how it's going to affect you guys, and also just from the small indie brands that are US based, because they get a lot of their imports from China. So this is also going to have an impact on them. So I will definitely keep you guys updated as soon as I know more. But for me, it's just really sad. That is it for this week's top stories. Now we're gonna dive into this week's new makeup releases. So up first we have It's Another Day, Another ColourPop, and they're releasing I hope you guys know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, they're releasing none other than the Shrek collection. Y'all, the way that my jaw oddly went when I saw they're doing Shrek, because I absolutely love the Shrek movies. I mean, Shrek movies came out when I was just a kid, right? And the humor in those movies that I didn't understand back then that I understand now is just top tier. I feel like they don't really make those type of movies anymore, and I absolutely love the Shrek movies. So when I saw this collection, I was like, I have to get this. Now I'm going to go ahead and say this to you guys. I'm not getting this in PR. The reason why I'm not getting this in PR is because I'm going to be fully transparent. ColourPop is really good about reaching out to people, being like, hey, do you want to get this collection? If you do, just please fill out this form just so we can have your address on file. And I'm like, say less. And they did not do that this time. So I'm pretty much assuming that I'm not getting this in PR. And honestly, that's completely okay, because I will absolutely be buying this. So this collection is going to be launching on August 21st at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's also going to be available on Amazon Beauty on September 4th. Can you guys believe that? Amazon Beauty is going to be getting this collection as well. So if you guys don't want to wait, for ColourPop to ship, because they take 2 weeks to freaking ship anyway, y'all could just get on Amazon Beauty. Now this is going to come with the Beware Ogre palette, a Dragon's Keep eye kit, 2 lip and cheek balms, 4 ultra glossy lips, and a candied flavored lip oil with a glitterly obsessed body gel glitter. Now I do want to buy the entire collection. I really don't care for the body gel glitter, but at the end of the day, I will be buying this, and I will be doing I'll be doing a thorough review on this and letting you guys know whether or not I think this is worth it. I am so excited for this launch. Up next, Glamlite recently announced that they were going to a convention, and they had this little teaser with their convention. And there's something I want to point out to you guys with this teaser. I'm letting it play for you guys right here, and I just want to see if you guys know what they're advertising, because they're going to have a little horror booth set up where they're going to be selling all their makeup items. It's actually currently going on as we speak. But in this little trailer, there's one thing I want to point out to you guys. Do you guys see right there? Boom. Do you guys see right there? There is the Saw palette. They subtly threw in a little sneak peek of their Saw palette. So I told you guys a while ago that Glamlite was teasing a new collection, and I did say that I thought it was Saw, but then we talked about the ring, we talked about other things, and a lot of you guys said, I think it's Saw. Well, this is our answer right here. They are absolutely coming out with a Saw collection for Halloween, and I am so excited for that. Like, I'll never forget watching Saw for the first time in theaters way back in the day, and at the end, when Jigsaw himself, like, stood up, you're like, he was there the whole time! I'll never forget. Absolutely fantastic series. And then they ended up making way too many movies, where at that point, whenever a movie series goes on for too long, you tend to ruin it, in my opinion. Like, I think 3 is like chef's kiss, but anything other than that, it kind of plays out too much. But I'm really excited to see what Glamlite's going to do. So I want to know from you guys, are you guys excited to see this Saw collection? Do you guys think it's going to be really good? Do you guys think it's going to be another iconic Halloween hit? Let me know in the comments below. Up next, a perfume brand called Sniff just launched their brand new Half-Baked Pumpkin Smash collection. This is going to include the Half-Baked Pumpkin Smash body cream, a half-baked pumpkin smash everything wash and a half-baked pumpkin smash scent booster. Now, I've never tried Sniff. I have smelled some of the perfumes inside Ulta, but never tried Sniff before. But seeing as this is a pumpkin-infused collection, will say less. I will buy anything and everything pumpkin scented. My home smells like pumpkin and fall all year round, because I'm not kidding when I say that I go to Walmart, and I go to their candle section, and I go to Mainstay, because their candles are, well, they were $3, but now they're getting more expensive. I get the big candles that were used to be $5. Now I think it's like $5.55, $5.60. And I stock up. I stock up on those candles. Like there's no tomorrow. There's no tomorrow. I get the pumpkin spice. I get the mulled cider, which is my favorite. I get warm cinnamon. I get apple harvest pumpkin, something like that. Like I stock up on all their fall scents. And mulled cider is my absolute favorite, that I keep my house smelling like that all year round, because there's just something so warming about a house that smells like fall, right? Like I just feel like it's such a warm vibe. And so I'm very curious about this. Like a detergent, like what I kind of want, maybe more than a detergent, because I don't know if I want my clothes to smell like pumpkin. I want a floor booster. Do you know, like if they have like those little carpet sprinkler stuff, you like set on your carpet for like 30 minutes and it's supposed to like, you vacuum up, it's supposed to make your room smell amazing. I want to do one that's fall scented. That's what they need. Even though it's only August, we have another. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It is the Laneige Lip Glow Stardust series. This is their holiday 2025 starting out collection. So this is going to be an oil gel base that delivers smoothness and radiance. The glassy oil complexion contains a luxurious blend of skin conditioning and moisturizing ingredients. It's going to be in the shades called Pink Supernova and Milky Way. And this is coming in September. And this is the start of their holiday 2025 launch. And as much as I want to talk shit, because I do, because it's only August, I can't because I put my fall decorations up August 1st, and it pisses people off that they do it tomorrow, but it makes me happy. So you know what? I'm gonna tell the same to these brands. If you want to release your holiday stuff now, do it. If it makes you happy, you do it, Laneige. I got you. Up next, I did talk about this a couple new makeup releases ago, but it's officially here. Medicube is officially inside Ulta Beauty. I recently did a get ready with not a get ready with me. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. What do you call them? Shorts, where I did like the morning skincare and nighttime skincare. In my nighttime skincare routine, I show you guys all the Medicube products that I use. I also did PR unboxing, and I showed you guys how I got a big box from Medicube. I absolutely love Medicube. I have told everybody about Medicube. You need to try it. It's absolutely fantastic. And to see them now come inside Ulta is absolutely fantastic, because it means that whenever I shop the brand, I can get some points, and I can use these points to get some free Medicube products. So if you guys have always wanted to check out this brand, I'm telling you, take it from me. As someone with really oily skin and large pores, this is a fantastic skincare brand. Next, it looks like oh my god, I thought this was Vizart. Okay, so up next, it looks like Beauty Creations just launched 6 mini snap shadow palettes that are $10 each. These are the duet eyeshadow palettes. When I first saw this, 1000% I thought this was Vizart. I thought this was a Vizart collection. Nope. This is freaking Beauty Creations. Wow. Well, I mean, they are a dupe brand. They do create a lot of dupes, so it's kind of on par. Never tried this brand, so I couldn't tell you if the formula is good or not, but I will say some of the palettes are cute. I'm probably going to pass just because they don't really call enough to me to want to get them, but they do some really cute stuff. And I want to know, if you guys ever tried this brand, let me know. Are they good or are they not good? Up next, we have a new beauty brand on the market. Meet the new Troublemaker Beauty. If I am correct, I believe I saw somewhere that Troublemaker Beauty is actually from the team from Makeup Revolution. Like the team from Makeup Revolution broke up, or someone that created Makeup Revolution left Makeup Revolution, is now creating Troublemaker Troublemaker Beauty, because the products are right around the same price range of like $5 to $10. Now this is going to be released in UK first, because it is a UK based brand, and they're releasing so many products. I mean, like, look at this little screenshot right here. That's how many products they're releasing. Insane amount of products, and not to mention they're already going to be sold inside stores. So that just tells me that they already have a big finance behind them to do that. And that's why I said, I think I saw somewhere online that this is one of the founders of Makeup Revolution starting off the Troublemaker Beauty. So I'm curious, if I ever get a chance to try this out, I absolutely will, because I'm really curious to see how this is going to perform versus other versus like Makeup Revolution. Up next, it looks like Haus Labs just dropped their brand new Precision Sculpt Shaping Balm. This is a contour stick that visibly defines and lifts with a slim silhouette for quick, easy, precision application. It retails for $30. There's going to be 9 different shades, has a 12-hour wear, and I am really curious to try this out. I've really liked some of the products I've tried from Haus Labs. Like, I think their blushes are incredible. I think their lip oils are incredible. Did not care for the highlighter stick, but like the balm itself, like the contour stick, I would be really interested in trying this out. Like, this brand definitely has some hit products for me and some misses, but I'm really curious to see how this is going to perform. So for me, this is something that I definitely intend on picking up at some point. It's going to be launching on the 26th of August, so it should be launched the 26th of August. And if you are a Sephora member, you guys do have early access to it on the Sephora app. Speaking of bronzer sticks, we have our first, it's not technically our first, but like it is like our first launch from Lunar Beauty this year. Manny and Mue and Lunar Beauty are releasing bronzer sticks. Let me show you.
New launch alert. This is not a drill. It is happening. New Lunar Beauty is happening. Can I just say I'm so fucking proud of this product. I'm so proud of our range. I'm so proud of doing this as an indie brand. Today we are introducing the new Lunar Beauty Outer Dimension Bronzing and Sculpting Stick. We did 7 shades. It's going to retail for $25. Launching Wednesday, August 20th at 10 a.m. PST. I love about this packaging so much. It just reminds me of outer space with this like opened cylinder. It's just giving space to me. And let me just quickly show you guys the new brush added to the line. This is the Lunar Beauty Dimension brush. It's like a really thick paw brush. Amazing for, you know, that bronzing effect. Other side, you guys, we have this fluffy angled brush, great for nose contour. That's kind of why we created it. I wanted something that you can use for your face as well as your nose and any spot that you want to add dimension to, like in your eye socket, your nose, anywhere you might need. But this is fantastic for concealer, foundation, anything. It's a multi-use brush. This bad boy retails for $15. Formulation of these are butter. If you know anything about me, you know my bronzers, I want them to be full coverage and buttery. All the shades, I really wanted to pull neutral. They're not just bronzing sticks. They're not just contour sticks. They're dimension sticks. I wanted to give a lot of dimension to the face. I don't like just fully sculpting the face. I don't like doing overly warm bronzer. I just like something in the middle. Shade Fair Sky. It is the lightest of all of them. Super, super fair. This is for my palest girlies. Next, we have the shade Light Sky, which is the shade I use right here. Oh, do you see how buttery they are, by the way? Next is Medium Sky, which is the shade I would use if I'm a little self-tan. Then we have the shade Tan Sky right here, which is just absolutely gorgeous. Oh my God, dude, look at this fucking range. Then we have the shade Rich Sky right here, which is just so gorgeous and buttery and stunning. Next is the shade Dark Sky right here, which is just, not least, we have the shade Deep Sky, which is this baddie right here, which is our deepest shade in our sculpting sticks. So this is the range, you guys. This is all 7 of our sculpting sticks. I don't even tell you how proud of this range I am. I cannot even tell you. For those curious about the fill of these actually have 12 grams of product. For a fill comparison, the Makeup by Mario ones are 10.5 grams. The Anastasia Beverly Hills ones are 8 grams, and the Rare Beauty ones are 7 grams. Just so you guys understand how much product is in this for the price that they are. I hope to see you guys on Wednesday supporting Lunar Beauty on lunarbeauty.com and checking out these dimension sticks. They're absolutely incredible, and I would never launch something I'm not proud of.
Mine is the palette I do not care for. Tend to be absolutely fantastic, so I'm definitely picking this up. You guys can use my code Allie, save you guys 10% off, and I'm really excited to see how well these products perform. It's thundering? Is it gonna rain? Shit. It's gonna rain. Okay, well, if you guys hear thunder, now y'all know. Okay, so up next, it looks like Lancome is celebrating their 90th anniversary. So they were going to be releasing a special edition. They're going to be releasing a special lipstick collection housed in heavy metal packaging for the L'Absolu Rouge Drama Matte. We don't know the prices, probably ridiculously overpriced, and I'm going to be really honest with you. To celebrate the 90th anniversary, I'm going to pass because I would never spend that much on lipstick. I think the most I only spend on lipstick is like $10, right? L'Oreal, Maybelline, that's where you stop me at. I'm not spending anything more than that because you can get just as great of a quality with the drugstore versus high-end, so that's the easy pass. Next, looks like NYX Cosmetics has a new product out. They're launching their new lip stain pen. This collection includes 12 shades that like Barely There, Up to No Good, Wild Side, Tease You Later, Steamy Spice, Send Nudes, and more. This is going to be lip lingerie. So it looks like it's just going to be like their version of like the Huda Beauty lip stains. Now, y'all know I did not have the best of luck with Huda Beauty lip stains. I absolutely hated mine, and I meant to return them, and then I didn't realize that Sephora started to change their policy where it's a 30-day return policy, so I kind of missed the mark on that one, so I still have mine. But that's okay. Oh, this is Koa Berry here. Koa gets really scared of thunders, so he's coming to sit next to me. I feel so bad, baby. Want to say hi to the camera? Want to say hi? Yeah, it's okay, buddy. You're okay. So I missed the mark, and so I have to keep those. But, you know, maybe I'll try NYX. I really do enjoy NYX. Like, my favorite product from NYX right now that I can't get enough of is, like, the NYX the NYX lip plumper right here. This is fantastic. And the shade Subtle Touch, I absolutely love it. So I might check this out. You never know. Up next, I've been telling you guys that Rhode Beauty is officially coming to Sephora, and we officially have a launch date. So starting on September 4th, you guys can shop Rhode Beauty in store and online, and they're going to be bringing quite a bit of products. They'll be bringing their Pineapple Refresher Daily Cleanser, a moisturizer, facial spray, facial essence, skincare essentials, nourishing glades. They're going to bring they're going to bring 11 other peptide lip shape contour lip shapers. They're going to be 10 of their hydrating cream blushes. They're going to bring their moisturizing balm, their gel serum. They're going to bring their lip glazes. So quite a few products are officially coming to Sephora, and I absolutely am going to do like a little haul because I really want to try this brand. I told you guys I want to try this brand for quite some time, and now I officially have a chance to do so. The reason why I didn't want to shop this brand online is because if I didn't like something, like I wanted the ability to be like, I don't like this, can I return it? Even though I suck at returns, I never actually return things. I wanted that moment. So when this officially drops, I will be picking some items up. Up next, it looks like Natasha Denona has a new foundation on the market. They're releasing the new High Glam Foundation for a radiant, natural-looking complexion with a hydrating formula designed to enhance your skin glow. Infused with hyaluronic acid, and subsequently, this foundation delivers intense moisture while providing medium buildable coverage that creates a second skin illusion. It's gonna come in 52 shades. You guys can use my code, save you guys 50% off, and you know, maybe I'll try it. You guys know I'm not a big glowy person. I don't like glowy foundations, but sometimes you can make a glowy foundation work. There are very few exceptions to the rule where you can make a glowy foundation work. Like the Makeup Forever HD Skin like glowy foundation. I love that foundation. I was absolutely able to get that to work for me, even though it's a glowy foundation. So I think it just depends on what products you put with this. But for me, I really do enjoy Natasha Denona, so I'm really curious to see how this is going to perform and will it work on oily skin. Last but not least, we got a collection that none of us asked for. CoverGirl is to launch their brand new Stranger Things collection. That's right, you heard me say CoverGirl. Okay, buddy, thank you. CoverGirl just launched their brand new Stranger Things collection. This is going to include the Crawl Face and Eye Multi-Palette, the Vecna's Curse pH Transforming Blush, and the Bite pH Transforming Lip Gloss. Need I say more? I give CoverGirl props. They're trying to be a little out there, a little innovative, but it's also CoverGirl. They don't always make the best products, and the collab is a little underwhelming. I'll say it, very underwhelming. So for me, I absolutely love Stranger Things so much. I cannot wait for season 5, and this right here was just how not to do a collab. But you know what, we'll give them a participation medal because they tried. So that, my most beautiful friends, is it for today's video. Oh, this was definitely a long one. There is so much to unpack. I tried not to go as deep into the stories this week as I did last week because, well, I don't want to take up a lot of your time. If I'm going to be completely honest, there's so many stories to cover. So if you guys want to find out more deep dives, I truly recommend just kind of looking online. I know that Jen Love's on vacation right now, so I'm pretty sure when she comes back, she will absolutely be covering the story about Elf and Matt Rife. I'm sure she'll cover Malachi and I'm sure she'll cover Malachi and Made by Mitchell. I'm sure she'll cover a lot more of these stories in more deep dives because she's absolutely phenomenal on it. I like to just kind of talk about like the surface level of it because I don't want to dive too deep because I know I make this video so long and I don't want to take up more of your time. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this week's new makeup releases. We definitely have some really exciting ones that are happening that I definitely want to pick up, and we definitely had some really wild, crazy things happen this week in beauty community. So with that said, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. So I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, Are for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Bye!